Hello there, and as usual, I'm here from Laststandgamers, and welcome. So today we're going to take a no-nonsense look at all the blocks. So in basic, we're going to show you all the new updated blocks, what's available for free, what's available if you pay, and we'll talk a little bit about them, but keep it very brief and straight to the point. So here on this platform are all the blocks that you'll get for free in the Sparks Space Engineers update. So over here we have this block. Now this is a hinge block, pretty much game changing if you ask me. I've got it in all its different configurations. So there's the hinge itself detached from the arm. And we've also got a connector on it, so you can actually pass supplies through it. And how does it work, you may ask? Well, it simply pivots like this. Now, this is nothing new. There has been a mod around for a long period of time that has done just this. But having it in the stock game will allow creators to use it a little bit more free and sparingly. So you get that in this update for free. Now over here we also get a small grid door. So we've got this small ship platform below, and then we've got the door on top of it. A nicely detailed feature, and nice to add some more detail to smaller ships. We've also got over here the new text. So if I quickly jump into my build menu, you'll notice we've got symbols down here at the bottom, and we can now write text. This is perfect for naming the side of your ship, because in the past we really had to struggle with trying to spell it out with the paint tool. We also get for free some new shiny posters. Nothing special, not super exciting, but can be quite cool. Adds a bit of flavor to your space station. Now moving on to the paid DLC. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to add, but it might happen in this video. There is new weather effects that are going to be happening in different biomes on different planets. It might happen in the background, it might not. I might have to feature them at the end. So as we come down here, we have the different sorts of panels. So if we go up to the all blocks option, you'll notice that we have these neon tubes, and of course it's on the plus option, so we have different versions of it. We've got this neon tube 1, we've got this gate. What I really do like about it is the support sort of beams, and as you get close you'll notice that there is one thing. The screen around it starts to darken out a little bit, and it can be a bit hard to navigate dark corridors when your screen goes like that, but maybe they'll change that in the future. We've obviously got a few different versions of that. This one goes around a corner, this one goes to a junction box, this one helps aid on them little corner pieces as you're trying to wrap it around. We've got one that goes reverse around the corner. I really like the trellis system around the back. Hopefully they'll do something like this for pipes, so we can decorate our ships as well. I mean, if they were just a little pipe instead of a glowing tube, or maybe players will find a way of stopping the neon. For the moment there is no options with these neon tubes, so if I bring my character over here as well and I try to interact, you can see all I can see is the batteries on this grid. Even if I try to toggle hidden blocks, there is no way of me interacting and changing the color. To change the color of these blocks, I literally have to middle mouse button over them and change the whole color of the block, and you'll notice the trellis doesn't actually change color in the background. Still pretty cool. So some ideas you could probably do with them. You could set some up around a light. I mean, they don't provide much ambient light in the dark, just enough to get you past the area. You can obviously stack them back to back as well. Now, while we're here, I wanted to take a look at this block here. So we've got the interior wall from the Sci-Fi pack. It's a little similar to the original, but a nice update. Nevertheless, it's got a little handle, high voltage signs on there with a few different bits of code as well. So we'll continue moving on. So we've got ourselves a few new interaction points as well. So looking down here, we've got a brand new button panel. We'll compare that to the one up here. So that's the old button panel. Yes, it was probably due an update, but you can also add images to these LCDs as well. Maybe give a little warning or a big red button for players to hit. We've also got this guy right here. So I'll just go on the blocks themselves so you can actually have a look. So I believe if we go on the Sparks of the Future pack here, this is a Sci-Fi control panel. We've also got the Sci-Fi 1 button terminal, and we've got the bar counters to the right that we'll have a look at the second. We've obviously got the Sci-Fi folding door as well that I'm actually going to pop out and show you. So the Sci-Fi folding door is only available for the smaller ship variety, but if we actually compare this to the one you get in the pack, I think the stock door is considerably better just due to the size of it. So if I just delete that for a second, put the Sci-Fi door down. Of course, I can't just open it yet. I need a battery on it. And you just come prepared with these things. Drop the battery on the side, if we can. And there we have the Sci-Fi door. A quick sliding door like that. Very fast to access. Great for sort of a drop ship style design. Anyway, coming back over here. So we've got the bar areas, of course, adding a little bit more interior detail. You've got your clan cola and your cosmic coffee in there. Just a little bit of detailing for interior, nothing too special. But here we have something interesting, and I personally feel these look a little bit out of place for Space Engineers. But if we do go on our stock iron thrusters, these blocks have been with us for a very, very long time. So if I just drop the iron thruster, some people really like the design of the iron thruster, other people really were hoping for an update. And when these guys fire up, oh, they look absolutely gorgeous. They've got like invents, they've got sort of, oh, look at these wiring looms. I don't know what is wiring or what is charging. Hopefully one doesn't come loose, but it looks fantastic, doesn't it? And of course, we have the smaller version there as well. In the trailer, these have got little rotating arms, and when we take a look at the Sparks station in another video, there's a lot of ships using this block. Now, the final thing that we're going to take a look at, apart from the emotes and stuff, is the LCDs. They've added 3 more LCDs. Now, these are considerably larger, as you can see from the character scale, to the standard ones. If we go into the Sparks pack, you'll notice we have a 5x5, a 5x3, and a 3x3. Pretty damn fantastic, to be honest. Pretty cool. Over here we have the new block textures. So if I go into the texture menu on the right, we have neon colorable, we have neon colorable surface, and we have sci-fi armor. And as I say that, the weather effect is happening in the background. So the weather effects have apparently been updated and more have been added in. But at the same time, when they added the weather effects originally, there must have been a few hiccups going on behind the scenes, because they seem to be looking a hell of a lot better. Look at the little particle effects. I'll come down to here so you can see when the particle effects kind of hit the ground. They kind of tumble and move around. It's really awesome. Of course, we're in a deserty sort of biome, but we'll have a look at some other places. So that is all the blocks in the DLC. Now, if you want me to get really sort of fussy, we can have a look at the emotes. Let's have a look at the emotes. We've got the "Come Here, Baby" emote. Let's do that. It looks like the animation to move backwards, but just a little bit more special. We've got the dance, of course. These fancy nightclubs. Everybody loves dancing in Space Engineers, especially with the fun music. We've got ourselves the dance disco. Okay, yeah, clearly Marek's been influencing some of these dance moves. Oh, that's pretty damn cool. We've got dance 2. Okay, a little cheeky one going on there in the background. Yeah, these are some retro dance moves here. I can imagine rocking out to funky music with these on. We've got looking around. We've got kind of a shocked, oh no. But these are perfect also for if you're making any Space Engineers movie making. So we've got the point. Hang on, that's not the right one. We've got stretching. Let's check that out. Yeah, I like a nice little yawn. We've got the whatever. Let's have a look at that. Try not to play 2 at the same time. I don't know, you'll end up with some sort of mess. And we've got the yelling. So let's try yelling. Okay, yeah, that is going to be definitely useful when I'm trying to explain things to the crew and they're not getting it. So that is all of the blocks, all the important parts of this Sparks update. So before I go, I wanted to show you one more feature. Now, pressing the Alt and F10 menu brings up our creative tools. If we enable our creative tools, let's just enable everything, for example, and we go down to weather, we can force random weather, we can create lighting. Now, I'm going to warn you, turn your headset down. This lightning sound is horrible. So you can see we can actually make a lightning effect wherever the camera's aimed. So let's aim it at something and see if we can actually make some destruction. So you can see the lighting actually smashes down. You can kill players with it. You can do all sorts of crazy things. From an admin's perspective, this is a bit like Zeus if you've ever played Armor. So if a player is doing something distinctively wrong, you can always lightning strike. Or if something's going on in a scenario and you realize someone's cheating, then you can strike them down. It's great for being a sort of admin or refereeing a game. We can also modify the weather. So we can create local weather. So we can also remove and replace it. So let's have a quick jump through the weather. So we've got alien fog heavy. Let's create the weather. That's what it looks like. Let's remove the weather. Alien fog light. Create the weather. So you can see it's this greeny mist. Really nice. We've got rain. Let's remove the coven and let's create it. So rain. So a lot of these are similar, but just more focused on the style of the planet. So let's remove the weather. We have got alien thunderstorm. So let's create the weather on that one. So this is going to have dynamic lightning as well going off, but you can just see how dark and scary it is. Oh, it's lovely. It really brings the atmosphere of Space Engineers together. So let's remove weather, and it's really easy. Let's go with dust. Let's create the dust. Lovely. This one's got, like, you can see the atmosphere in the background. Dust is flying across. Let's remove the weather. We've got heavy fog, light fog, pretty much the same. Mars, heavy storm, so let's just create that one. So you're getting particle effects once again blowing past. Let's remove it. You've got the light storm, heavy rain. That is always quite a nice one. I always feel like building with rain on is really nice. I don't know why. See the particle effects there hitting the ground. We go and have a quick look. There is no rain droplet effects, but if we come over to the steel, there's still none there. But you can see the rain in the background. You get the idea of what's going on. So let's remove that. Let's keep scrolling down. So we've got sandstorm. Let's create that weather effect. Yeah, it's lovely having that sound in the background while you're building as well. Nothing like building in a sandstorm. Remove weather. We've also got the snow heavy. We've seen some of these before. So you'll see the particle effects will start to come in dynamically. You can see them flicking on by. Lots of strong wind effects with this one. If we go to snow light, though, actually we need to remove this. We don't want to start layering weather effects. Snow light, let's create that weather effect. We should start to see some smaller particles, and this is, I believe, is localized to me. So it looks actually look like ash, this, like falling ash, like there's been some nuclear attack or something. Let's remove that, and we'll go down to the bottom, and we have a thunderstorm. So create weather. So we got rain and lightning once again. So you can really change the dynamics of a scenario if you want to. I believe we've covered them all. If you think I missed any, of course I missed the suits. There is some shiny suits, but I don't think they're super important in the whole scheme of things. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.